Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Boys, I'm Masood Ahmed, and today's topic is books of prime entry. And in this lesson, we will also discuss about purchase day book. And this lesson is designed for O and A level. So, primary books of entries. Basically, primary books of entries are the books initially bookkeeper record the transaction in the primary books, and for each type of transaction, each class of transactions, a specific book is used. For example, when business purchase some inventory or stock on credit, bookkeeper will record in purchase day book. And in case the purchases are returned by the business, bookkeeper will use purchase return day book. And in the same way, when business sells some goods on credit to credit customer or debtor, the bookkeeper writes these transactions in sale day book. And when customer return goods back to the business, the bookkeeper write in sales return day book. And all cash and bank receipts and payments along with this cash discount allowed and cash discount received are recorded in the fifth book, that is cash book. And boys, cash book is a special type of primary book which is book as well as ledger. So it is a unique book which is at the same time primary book as well as the ledger. So rest of all the books are not the part of double entry system, but the cash book is a part of double entry system. Whenever we call something ledger mean double part of double entry system. Last, that is but not the least, is your journal, or simply we can say journal, is a special type of primary book. Rest of all the transactions, for example, if we want to charge depreciation, if we want to write off bad debts, all the adjusting entries, and if we want to create provision for depreciation, the bookkeeper will record these transactions in the journal. And in our next videos, whenever we want to make any journal entry, we will follow the journal book. Let's see our next integral part of our lesson, that is purchase day book. So as already we have discussed that about purchase day book, that all the credit purchases of goods or stock or inventory are recorded in your purchase day book, and the total of purchase day book is posted to the debit side of your purchase account. And I will explain it in my upcoming slides, the process, and we will have example that will explain all the things. And the suppliers accounts will be credited with the respective amount in the ledger. Let's have a look of purchase day book. It looks like that. It has date column, description, invoice, that is purchase invoice, ledger folio, and at the end section for or column for amount. And at the end of this page, the total is written over there. So all the credit purchases, the amount goes to the final column, that is amount column, and the total of your the purchase day book will be posted from the amount column to the debit side of the purchase account, and each and every individual supplier's transaction are posted into its individual accounts. So let's have an example to explain the concept. Here we have to prepare purchase day book from this transaction. I will read first transaction for you, and where we have to record all these things. For example, at 1st December, bought goods from 5 stores, 100 bags of rice at the rate of 120, and that makes 12,000. How we will record this transaction in our purchase day book? Here in the bottom you can see our purchase day book are there. Date will go to the date column, and the party name or the creditor's name are recorded, or supplier name are recorded in the particulars, and the amount will go to your last section, that is amount. And in the same way, the 6th December, 10th December, 14 and 20 December entries are recorded over there. And when you add up all the amounts, your total amount will be 24,500, which is written in the bottom of your table. So let's see how these transactions will be posted. These, because it is a primary book, it is not the part of double entry system. So from this initial data made by a bookkeeper or prepared by a bookkeeper, what primary document our bookkeeper must have with him, these are the purchase invoices. Okay, and let's see that how these primary records are posted into our double entry system. So of entry, that is purchase day book, and in the bottom you can see the purchase account, that is basically type of nominal ledger. You know that nominal ledgers are all the expenses and assets other than your debtors, and all your liabilities other than creditors, and your incomes are known as these are come under the heading of journal ledgers or nominal ledgers. And on the right side of your slide you can see that purchase ledgers. These are basically also known as your creditors or suppliers. The total goes to our debit side. The total of the purchase day book go to the debit side of your purchase account, and each and individual entry. For example, 12,000 we have bought goods for 12,000 from 5 stores, and here we have purchase ledgers or our creditors, and Mr. 5 store is there, and we post the credit effect over here on his credit side. And next transaction is of 6,000. We have bought some sugar from AD Mills, and we have made purchase ledgers here, AD account over here, AD Mills, and we will post this 6,000 on credit side. And same goes for 2,015 and 3,000. All entries go to credit side. So our debit side is equal to our credit side. So that is how we give the double entry effect, that debit is equal to credit. When we post our purchase day book entries into our ledgers, then our double entry completes. So we have given debit effect on the purchases account and the corresponding credit effect on our individual suppliers account. So that's all from the purchase day book, and inshallah we will in the next lesson we will discuss about purchase return day book. Till then, Allah Hafiz.